All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning. It is Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white logo. Click on that. Subscribe to our channel, like our videos, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Appreciate your support as always. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Dow futures up 26 points. It was a little higher earlier, like right around 72. NASDAQ was higher as well, up about 18. S&P futures are green, but again, off the highs of 44.92 in the S&P. Russell 2000 faring better over the rest of the majors, 22.11, up 0.20%. Crude oil is bouncing, up 1.39%. Gold futures are up 0.20%. Silver futures up 0.63%. The dollar is red, 92.92. 10-year yields up 12 basis points at 1.267%. The VIX is actually green today, 1.28% at 1737. As you know, we hit an all-time high, closing high on NASDAQ, all-time intraday high on S&P. Excuse me. Euro dollar up 2 pips, 117.49. Dollar yen is down 14 pips, 109.53. Ethereum futures are up 33.20, 49.260 on the Bitcoin futures currently this morning. Good morning. Hello. All right, let's go ahead and talk about some pre-market movers. Let's see. So we're seeing Chinese tech stocks starting to bounce. Alibaba's up 4.65%. DD Global is up 4%. PDD is up about 12% pre-market. Let's take a look. I bought some Alibaba yesterday with Investment Club. Let's see here on the Dow. We have Apple open. That is a freebie right now, the 152.5 calls. They're slightly down a little bit. Apple was rated or confirmed as a neutral on Goldman Sachs. Possibly a little pressure on the stock. Not a huge deal. I'm not really worried about it. It's only Tuesday. NASDAQ, Nike's down about 0.07%. Microsoft down about 0.08%. Boeing is up 0.27%. We had calls yesterday, but we closed it. We had a runner. Disney's up 0.19%. This is all on the Dow. On the S&P, Ford is up 1.34%. Best Buy up 4.5%. Carnival up 1.27%. Nvidia is down about 0.5%. We had calls yesterday. We closed that for profit. I have a runner on it, the 220s. It was in the money this morning, so it fell a little bit. AMD up 0.36%. American Airlines up about 1%. Tesla's up 0.64%. Tesla, again, that level we want is 722. If it breaks 732, 735, that's when we're really going to start getting the bull run, and we'll take a look at calls as well. Wynn Resorts up 3.26%. As well, Nucor up about 2% pre-market. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ 100. Again, Moderna down about 1% pre-market. Anything else that stands out that we haven't spoke about? JD.com is up 8.25%. Baidu up 4%. So again, a lot of the Chinese tech stocks are starting to bid a little bit. Does that mean we're out of the woods yet? No, it could be a dead cat bounce, obviously. But I did buy some BABA yesterday. It is right above the 100-day moving average. That is very nice. Let's see if we get continuation. If we could break above 172.20, we'll definitely take a look at some calls, possibly the 180s. There's a gap to fill right here at 182.88 on the hourly, so that could be something. But we need to get 172.71, 172.21 first. So Alibaba is definitely on the radar. Let's see what else is moving today. So that's really all today in regards to pre-market. We know we have Jackson Hole this week, but Fed Chair Powell, I was reading that he's not going to speak until after market close, or he's going to speak at 10 a.m. On that day. So I saw conflicting reports. I posted it and then I removed it because there was conflicting reports. So I wanted to make sure the accuracy was there. So far, Market Watch is saying that he's going to speak on Friday. So we'll leave it at that. If anything changes, we'll let you guys know. Really, the only thing that's coming up today in terms of economic data is new home sales. We had existing home sales yesterday that beat. Now we have new home sales that are coming up today. Other than that, not really much. So I'm expecting a continuation. I expect all-time highs today. Again, 44.92 on ES. I expect NASDAQ to break all-time highs. I expect Apple to continue. I expect IWM to break above 221, if anything. I have IWM 220 calls anyways. They're in the money. We should be able to catch that this morning. If not, maybe a couple minutes later. So that's really it. I mean, there's not much going on. I know last week was a ton of fireworks in terms of the flush. We had that flush on Wednesday, and then we had a little bit of continuation on Thursday. but Tuesday and Wednesday were really the days that we had a little bit of a fall. So again, if you want to go by last Tuesday, sure, we had a fall, and then last Wednesday we had a fall too. But again, we had talks of taper and stuff, so we don't have much going on this time. So not really much of an news risk or headline risk as we call it. So again, stay the course. Nothing has really changed, and we'll go from there. Good morning. Hey, Carlos, are you a crude oil price target by the end of the year? $100 USD. If we reopen, again, crude oil is really dependent on the people getting vaccinated and everything reopening and COVID cases going down. Good news that in the South, Florida, Alabama, and those states, we're actually seeing a little bit of a drop in terms of COVID cases. So again, it could be it has peaked slightly short term. That was from FrontStrat. So again, we'll have to see if we get that continuation, less COVID cases. But again, that's really dependent on that. I definitely see $100 oil coming up by the end of the year. But again, we need a little help here, especially with COVID cases, especially with cold weather. So again, we got to see exactly what we get. But again, I do like crude oil long term to hit 100. Yes. XPEV calls. XPEV, there's not much there. I think BABA's a better play, to be honest with you. RMO. I've never heard of RMO, and it's a penny stock. We don't trade penny stocks. My apologies. Put my glasses on. Good morning. Thoughts on PayPal? Let's take a look at PayPal. PayPal needs to break 282.48. If that breaks, then we're going to be good for calls, possibly the 290s. So we need 282.48 first. Thoughts on CLF? CLF is, I believe, Cliffs, Cleveland Cliffs or something like that. My wife has one share from Robinhood when she opened an account. So it's green on that. But not much to trade here, to be completely honest with you, right below the 100-day moving average. When would you sell oil gas stocks after recent rally? I wouldn't. I'm waiting for $100 a barrel. BABA calls, again, we need BABA to break 172.21. AMD, NVIDIA price to add. NVIDIA, my price to add would be right around $99. NVIDIA to add would be right around 200. So that would be my levels. Tesla to add under 700. Tesla, let's see if I have the alert here. Tesla, we need 583.23. That would be my add level. And Dell and spot chart. Let's take a look at Dell. Dell's looking to break out, but needs to break 104.62. That's on the daily. But on the hourly, it is breaking out. I would possibly target 105s if anything, if you get the volume. And Spotify. Spotify is looking to make some moves, yes, but it needs to break 227.16. It usually doesn't have a lot of volume, so I really don't trade it much. Now we're getting a little bit of a push here on futures. You can see we're getting some green candles. That's good. Again, if you're rolling with Apple calls with us, guys, on the 152.50s, that was a freebie. I posted on Twitter and I posted on Instagram. Again, we use proper risk management. I had a couple of people say they got stopped out. I don't know why, but that's up to them. We don't use stop losses for the simple fact that your position size should be enough or to the point that you're comfortable with where you can handle these swings intraday, because options, especially weeklies, they just move. You got to give it some time. I had yesterday, I had NVIDIA down 25%, came back, hit 60% or 55%. I had Boeing that was down 20%, hit 52%. So again, guys, don't find an excuse to get out every single time. Manage your risk, put the exact position size that you're not losing sleep over. That makes sure only you know that size. I'd rather you do a $500 position or a $1,000 position with no stop loss than a $5,000 position with a 50% stop loss, because that's just going to keep hitting you and keep hitting you. So you don't want that. Make sure to put your position size correctly, then you're not freaking out, and then you're doing your thing. And you let the stocks run its thing, because you're going to get stopped out for one headline, then we bounce. And then what happens then? Or you have it inversely with puts and calls. So again, guys, be smart and use proper risk management. Don't go all in on anything. Duh. NVIDIA, yeah, we talked about that. NVIDIA we had yesterday. It is pulling back a little bit, not much going crazy. We had the 220 calls. I have 220 call runners. It's at 218.62. If it breaks above 221.90 again, then it's definitely bullish because it'll just retest. Thoughts on GC for today? Gold, again, it's all based on the dollar. I need gold to break 1840. If 1840 breaks, then we can have the conversation. That's what I'm looking at. But for the most part, guys, again, it's really, really imperative that you use proper risk management. That is so key. You can't learn that from Instagram. You have to learn that from a teacher or by yourself. So I saw a lot of comments on the Apple freebies that were saying, do I open to limit to close What does this mean? And I'm like, that's what scares me. This is why I don't do a lot of freebies. You have a lot of people who don't know what they're doing, and they're gonna fuck up, and that's what I don't want. So again, more than likely, this is probably the last freebie I'm ever gonna do because the questions really terrify me with people that don't know what they're doing, and heaven forbid something goes the wrong way. And I can't trust people to do that, to do the right thing, unfortunately, not the internet anyways. So again, more than likely, this is going to be the last freebie you're going to get, unfortunately. So again, a lot of those comments really scared me on people not knowing what they're doing. More than likely, we're going to hit Apple anyway, so it's going to be all good, so I don't have to worry. But again, that really worries me. Some of the questions that some asked, I was very, very taken aback, like, wow, like, what are you doing? Please don't trade this if you don't know what you're doing. Very scary. How much of this rally would you say is based on the weaker dollar? This rally is really based on one thing alone. Honestly, it's buy the dip, number one. And number two, the Pfizer vaccine getting FDA approval. Next is the Moderna vaccine getting FDA approval. That's good. More people are going to get the vaccine. That's going to help people, go out more and probably contain this virus. So again, that's really what this rally is. It's really just optimism, which is, we've been optimists for a while now. Again, I know everyone wants the world to end, but it's not. It just isn't. The VIX is coming down a little bit now, about at 17 and a quarter. So right now, again, I expect all-time highs again. Nothing really changes. I expect a bullish week this week. Really, that's it. That's really what I'm expecting. I'm expecting August to continue to be green, and we'll see what happens in regards to Jackson Hole. By Friday, I think we should be set. Everything should be done. We probably won't have any more trades open, so it'll be a non-event for us, and we'll revisit on Monday. But I'm expecting to get everything here and go from there. Totally agreed. Risk management, the first thing you need to learn. People are too impulsive. Absolutely. People treat this like it's a roulette table, and that's not the case. Thoughts on Corsair? The business is good, PE is low, but stocks keep going down. Yeah, I spoke about that yesterday, Corsair. And I think it's I think that's one of those Reddit stocks that people really like, and it really bumped up very highly, and then it just kept falling. I would not try to catch a falling knife. If you really like the stock and you really like the company because you're a PC gamer or whatever, 2106 is a gap fill to the downside. I would wait for that and then you'd buy there. That's probably your best bet. 2106 would be your level. Yeah, the PE is low. I remember Micron's PE was lowest in S&P and then didn't do much, but then it soared later on. So again, you really have to be patient with these names, guys. Names that invest in only companies that you truly believe in. A chart isn't enough, man. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are like, oh, but the chart, but they don't like the company. There's not a company that I have in my portfolio that I don't believe in. The last one I didn't believe in was space, and I sold it too soon, and it soared, and then it came back down. But that's fine. I just didn't like the fact that the insiders, like the executives, were selling shares. That's not something I like. But again, if Corsair, for me, example, I'm not a PC gamer, so I really don't care. But again, if you're a PC gamer and you really believe in Corsair and the company itself, then you want to look for a level that you want to buy in. 2106 is fine. But again, investing in companies that you use and consume and you enjoy, for me, example, Nike. I love Nike sneakers. So again, I'm never going to sell that company. I'm never going to sell that stock because I believe in them. Even if they pull back 20% in a day, I'm going to buy more because I believe in Nike as a business. That should be your thought process every time you're buying a company or you're buying shares of the companies, that you believe in their business long term, and that regardless of the stock price, it doesn't really determine its value. Remember, keep that in mind. Remember there was I think it was a banana taped on a wall or something like that in some art house thing, and it was sold for like $800 or $1 million. Do you consider that valuable, $1 million, just because someone says it's worth $1 million? Do you think a banana taped on a wall is $1 million? Not to me. I'm not going to pay that. Or these NFTs, I'm not going to pay for that. So again, everyone's different. Exactly. For example, I wouldn't want Corsair, but maybe you do. So again, that's where you go by charts and you see, okay, what's a good level to buy in? It's an example. Yeah, the freebie thing, man, that's freaking me out, man, with people that are writing these really basic questions that they don't understand. That's really scary to me. So, who knows what we'll do. You're welcome. Let's see. What do you suggest proper risk management for startup and options? 5% per trade? 1 to 4%. 1 to 4%. Honestly, that's the way to go. So you don't lose sleep. Roblox. I own that stock too. Let's take a look at Roblox. Looking at Roblox breaking above the 50-day moving average on the daily. Let's take a look now. It is up slightly pre-market. It is nice, but again, a break here above 86.80 would be nice. But again, it doesn't really trade much in options. But I own it. Amazon, another one that has just been kind of sideways. I'm waiting for 31.36 to buy more. If that does break, then I will buy more of Amazon. But right now, there's really not much going to happen now. Digital pet rocks, yeah, basically. Entry in FTNT long term. FTNT. Oh, FTNT. I never heard of this company, Fortinet. I've never heard of it, so I'd have to, kind of research a little bit. But just going by charts, it is breaking out at all-time highs, so it's really pick your poison. Do you want to buy at the top here or the top now? Doesn't mean it's the top forever, but I'm saying the top here, or maybe wait for a little bit of a pullback. If you like the company, go ahead and buy it. That's the best I can tell you when it comes to all-time highs. It's a difficult, tricky situation. All right, guys, I'm gonna go and check in with our Instagram, with our YouTube Premium guys. Our live channel is today and tomorrow, so I can make up for last week's not being on. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit, and I'll catch you guys in the morning note. I'll put a poll up and see what you guys want to do for the live trading course. Either live trading session, it'll be Thursday or Monday. So I'll post that here in a little bit. Let me focus on our YouTube Premium guys. We had a great week last week. Was undefeated last week. Perfect week. Let's see if, the week before, excuse me, before I went on vacation. Let's see if we can continue that. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.